Hello everyone, welcome to Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services. It's a video on daily news and editorial analysis, which I'll be covering from the Hindu and Indian Express, the important news and editorial that would be relevant for the preparation of civil services examination will be discussed in this session. Let's get started with the news topic list. Today is 2nd of May, the first important news, that is ASEAN-India Maritime Exercise 2023. Second, India, Maldives to discuss the defense cooperation. The Defense Minister of India is on a visit to Maldives. Third, Center blocks messenger app to counter the terror group. Second last, that is Japan to train India's engineers for bullet train project. And the last is an editorial roadmap to energy justice. Apart from the news and editorial discussion, at the end of this video, there will be MCQ based questions. These questions will be based on current affairs that will help you for the upcoming prelims examination. So without any further ado, let's get started. And before I begin this session, those of you who are new to our channel, do not forget to subscribe Apti Plus Academy for Civil Services on YouTube. If you like this video, if you find this video informative and helpful, do press a like button. And if you're someone who is preparing for prelims test, basically prelims 2023, that is actually scheduled for 28th of May. So at that point of time, what you need to do, you need to practice a good number of questions. Still, if you have not enrolled in any test series, make sure you practice it. And we at Apti Plus is providing prelims test series where 60 high quality tests will be provided. That will follow 6,000 plus questions. Along with this, there will be IAS Gazetted magazine subscriptions, basically the 12-month subscription that will be given to you, and this is a must read for the current affairs. When a video के description में link दिए हुए, you can check it out, and this test series available both online and offline. Now starting the news discussion, that is ASEAN-India Maritime Exercise 2023, something important for General Studies Paper 2, that is bilateral, regional and global grouping agreement involving India and affecting India's interest. So as we know that there has been growing concern when it comes to China's navy presence in the Indian Ocean region. And to counter that, the first ever ASEAN-India maritime exercise, that is known as AIME, has been launched, right? And this maritime exercise is aimed at enhancing the interoperability and exchange of best practices among the participant navy, that is from the ASEAN members, that this time India is also included in this part. Now, what is the focus of this exercise? Precisely looking to the part. First is definitely the interoperability that will focus during the maiden ASEAN-India maritime exercise. And the navy ship, that is Satpura and Delhi, has to be arrived to participate in the ASEAN-India maritime exercise. So these are the two factual information directly relevant for the prelims examination. And those of you who are preparing for CAPF examination, even CAPF and CDS examination, these questions are directly important. Now, the ASEAN-India maritime exercise will provide an opportunity for the Indian Navy and ASEAN navies to conduct seamless operations in the maritime domain to work closely. Now, definitely this is a move to counter China. Why? Because Indo-Pacific is a region where we have seen the dominance of China. And if you see the part of Indo-Pacific, important countries definitely include India, China, Japan, Philippines, Indonesia, Australia, right? Even to some extent, United States, which is at the far end. So these countries are concerned when it comes to Indo-Pacific. So there can be a direct question in the prelims examination about the Indo-Pacific countries. So this move to increase the maritime security cooperations with the ASEAN region amid the China's growing belligerence that is there both in the land and the sea. In land, we have seen the escalation coming out of the eastern Ladakh region at the line of actual control. और अगर sea की बात करें South China Sea में, उसके अलावा East China Sea, Taiwan Strait and elsewhere in the Indo-Pacific region. Now, India will act as a dialogue partner in this. So with the ASEAN-India maritime exercise, India has become the fourth ASEAN dialogue partner after Russia, China, United States to hold ASEAN Plus maritime exercise with the navies of Philippines, Cambodia, Myanmar, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, and Brunei that are the participating ones. This maiden exercise will be conducted off coast in Singapore and will also feature harbor at the sea event off coast of the Singapore. Now, the member of ASEAN, sometimes there is a direct question that is asked in examination for civil services and many other government examination. You must know which are the members of ASEAN. And just to tell you, in this context, one thing that is important, the most recent member that has joined ASEAN is Cambodia. That is on 30th of April 1999. Other than this, we have Brunei, then we have Indonesia, the Laos, Malaysia, Myanmar, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and Vietnam. So these are the member country. India is not a member of ASEAN. Now, moving to the other news, India, Maldives to discuss the defense cooperation, something important for General Studies paper 2, that is India and its neighborhood relations. Recently, India Defense Minister held a bilateral delegation level talks with Maldivian counterpart, जो कि वहाँ के defense minister हैं. And basically the defense minister of India is on a visit to Maldives. There are a lot of agreement and MOUs that will also be signed. Apart from this, India is acting as a neighborhood first policy and gifting some ships, patrolling ships to Maldives. So during the meeting, the mutual defense cooperations and new initiative will strengthen the part of defense and security partnership both between India and Maldives, right? And both sides are also signing an agreement on cyber security aims to strengthen and tackle the transnational crime, terrorism in the Indian Ocean region. Now, neighborhood first policy की अगर बात करें, this is something very important for your mains examination, specifically in general studies. And those of you who are having PSIR as an optional, उन बच्चों के लिए भी इस तरह के topics काफी relevant है. So, according to the Ministry of Defense, India will hand over the fast petrol vessel to the Maldives as a gift. And Maldives is one of the key maritime neighbors when it comes to Indian Ocean region. चाहे वो bilateral ties की बात हो, defense and security की बात हो, definitely there is an upward trajectory that India feel with Maldives. And in 2020, India has gifted Dornier aircraft to Maldives a year after it handed over the petrol vessel to the country. And in 2022, India has also given the coastal radar system to Maldives. And India had last year announced 24 vehicles of the naval boat to Maldives that will build police facilities in 61 islands of the country. There are a lot of other part that was given. I'm not getting into the historical part of that, but these are some of the relevant ones that you must know. Now, definitely Maldives is our top maritime neighbor, and it is among the part where Indian Ocean region, geopolitically it is also important. And to expand the island nation, it is very important that defense and security amid China's effort, India should definitely invest. And even to counter China, the development of our immediate neighbor is very important. Both countries are working closely to address the challenges, including those in the maritime security, terrorism, radicalization, piracy, trafficking, and organized crime, and even for the natural disasters. Now, moving to the other news, Center blocks messenger app to counter terror groups, something important for General Studies paper 2. That is the government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from its design and implementations. So in a big crackdown for the terrorist activities, the central government or the union government has banned 40 mobile applications app that were allegedly used by the terror group. And these bans were mostly in the part of Jammu Kashmir region. And it was being said that communications was made, and even over the ground workers has also received instructions from the Pakistan. We have been continuously looking into this part where Pakistan is acting a deterrent against Jammu and Kashmir region, providing terrorism and even supporting terrorism activities. Now, details of the app that has been banned, although the names are not important for the examination, but for your general information, you should know this is Kravisher, which is there. These are the logos which is there. Even Mediafire, which most of you must be aware of. So these are the name of the app. You can accordingly pause and read out the name of this app. There are a total of 14 apps that has been banned. The action was taken on the recommendations by the security and intelligence agencies and even backed by the Ministry of Home Affairs, right? These app has been blocked under Section 69 of the Information Act 2000, that is called IT Act. And most of this application communication platform were allowing encrypted message, which government feel is something will directly used by the terrorist organization, and that was concerning the national security. The reason being, all these apps has been completely blocked from India and the banned it, right? Now, Japan to train Indian engineers for the bullet train project, something important for general studies paper 3, that is infrastructure, port, energy, road, airport and railways. Now, as many as 1,000 engineers will be trained by the Japan expert before they start their work on the high-speed rail track that is there between Mumbai and Ahmedabad high-speed railways, also known as MAHSR corridor, right? So this is important. The bullet train will be built between Mumbai and Ahmedabad that will use the blast list slab track. This is technically the part, but again there can be a question in prelims like what are the things that has been used, also known as J slab track system that will be used by the Japanese Shinkansen high speed railways. और जापान ट्रैक सिस्टम की अगर बात करें वो यूनिक सिस्टम यूज करते हैं across the world where technical requirement is of the high end skill layout is there for the part of the implementations. There will be 15 different courses covering all aspects of the track work. Now, training programs की अगर बात करें from the Japan side, the Japan Railways Technical Service, also known as JRTS, that is actually a non-profit organization, right? This is a non-profit organizations nominated by GICA, and this is funding the agency which MAHSR, that is Maharashtra Ahmedabad High Speed Rail Network. Now, to give you some additional information about the world fastest train, you can see these are the list. LO series maglev is the highest speed train which has a high note of 334 km per hour. This is from Japan. Then we have from China, then the part of Germany, then 2 are followed by China. So in top 5, 3 top train, and even for the part of the bullet train is from China, and other 2 from like Japan and other from Germany. Now the world longest high speed rail networks की बात करें, definitely China is one, followed by Spain, Japan, France, Germany, Finland, Italy, South Korea, United States and Turkey, and even India is not in the top 10 countries. Now, moving to the editorial, roadmap to energy justice, something important for general studies paper 2, that is the government policies and intervention for the development of various sectors and issues arising from a design and implementations, right? So what I'll be discussing under this editorial, the editorial focuses upon the energy security. These are the theme and focus of this editorial. Important issues include how India has managed the price hike, expanded crude oil network, even other policy measures, national green hydrogen mission, focus on gas-based economy, ethanol blending targets ko dekhenge, and the way forward. So I'll be comprehensively discussing this editorial so that if any question arises in mains examination, you are easily able to comprehend it, write it, and get marks. So to fetch a good marks, you need to cover the point holistically. Now, give you the background. According to the International Energy Agency or PP Energy के मुताबिक उनकी जो outlook है, they have projected that India will be accounting for approximately 25% of the global energy. This is an estimations that demand growth will be there by 2040 as the world fastest growing major economy, right? And ensuring access, availability and affordability of energy to the basically to the large population of this country will be imperative in nature. Now, how has India managed the price hike? We have seen that the part of the escalations and the volatility which is there in the crude oil market, be it any other market, international energy market, how India managed. So when petrol and diesel prices went up to 35 to 40% in United States, Canada, Spain and UK, despite importing 85% of the crude oil, the requirement for 55% of a natural requirement, the price of diesel have actually gone down in the last 1 year, right? And the center government, and with the help of the state government, they have added it. They have announced massive cut in the excise duty and the VAT rate twice, so that the burden is not passed to the citizen of this country or general people. Now, oil PSUs, a good corporate citizen, absorb huge losses to ensure the massive hikes in the price of the crude oil, natural gases, and international market not passed to the Indian consumers. Now, expanding the crude oil network is very important and inevitable in the context for the development. So, over the year, India has expanded the network of crude oil supplies. अगर बात करें countries की involved to 29 nations and 39 from 27, it has expanded it to 39. This is again important, relevant for your examination. You can use this at a fodder point. And further strengthening with the countries, that is for United States and Russia, to ensure the reliable supply. और strategic market card की अगर बात करें, world third largest importer, not only for ensuring the affordable energy, but Indian consumer might also have calamity effect in the part of the petroleum markets. Now, other policy measures that has been incorporated by the government of India, and these are the policy measures that has also actually helped. So by 2025, India wants to boost the net geographical area under the exploration, और उसके लिए गवर्नमेंट ने 15% तक इंक्रीज की बात की है for the exclusive economic zone. And India is also rapidly expanding parts of its petrochemical productions. अगर बात करें exporting की, the definitely refining capacity for the fourth largest in the world after US, China, and Russia. Efforts are also underway to enhance the capacity to 450 megaton, that is for MMT for 2040. Refinery capacity expanding was also for the major factors ensuring the price stability. और अगर बात करें international oil volatility of prices which is there in the oil market was also seen. So definitely to counter that, government of India is taking some actions that possibly has a long-term consequences, but at immediate effect that has also resulted in a less volatility, and even to the part the prices were not passed on to the Indian consumers. Now, there's a specific scheme called National Green Hydrogen Mission. This is a mission that was launched with an outlay of almost close to 20,000 crore rupees, that is precisely 19,744, with the entire green hydrogen ecosystem in the country, and efforts to have 5 MT, that is the annual green hydrogen million ton, that is 1 lakh crore for cumulative fossil fuel saving by 2030. And India poised to realize the full potentials to create green hydrogen ecosystem by 2030. And even for net zero emissions की अगर target की बात करें, we have set target for 2070. Now, focus on gas-based economy. Definitely, the efforts are made to achieve the gas-based economy from current 6.3% to 15% by 2030. And India has connected more than 9.5 crore families for the cooking fuel for the past 9 years. There's important scheme like Ujjwala scheme, right? So these are the scheme that has actually helped. PNG connections has also been increased from 22.28 to 1 crore. And the number of CNG stations in India has also gone up. And India is also looking forward with increasing the pipeline network from 14,700 kilometers to 22,000 kilometers in 2023. Now, there's an ethanol blending target. I think most of you must be aware that the 20% target will be achieved 5 years before. The anticipation was for 2030, and India is expected to achieve it by 2025. So, at the Energy Week, which was there by the India, called India Energy Week, ethanol blending targets 20% रखी गई है. Gasoline में 15 cities are expanding part for the next 2 years, and India's ethanol blending has just 1.53%. And now it has reached up to, it rose up to 10.17% for 2023. And India is also setting up a 5 second generations plan, converting agriculture waste into biofuel, reducing pollutants, and even doubling the part of stubble burning, generating income from the farmers. तो इस तरह की चीज़ों को basically stubble burning की वजह से काफ़ी ज़्यादा detrimental होती है environment में, and even it create a lot many pollution, particulate matters are there. So government is coming up with a methodology where we can have ethanol blending instead of burning it out directly. Now, the way forward, government envisions as an integrated path for transitions of energy future mobility pathway. There's along green hydrogen biofuels. Well, India is सपोर्टिंग इलेक्ट्रिक व्हीकल्स, अगर ईवी की बात करें वहाँ पे भी काफ़ी ज़्यादा schemes हैं, PLI schemes are there, the other incentive which government is providing, and even for the target of 50 gigawatt hours announced at the VBP, that is Viability Gap Fund, right, to exemptions to the sectors. And India is implementing a unique strategy for ensuring energy security and achieving its energy independence, making India self-reliant in the energy sectors. Moving with the MCQ questions of the day. Before I proceed, just to tell you the answers of yesterday's questions. For first question, the correct option is B. For second question, the correct option is C. Today's MCQ for practice, that is gamma ray burst. Consider the following statement. These are the astronomical cosmic burst of high energy gamma rays, and more energy like from other than sun will emit for the lifetime. So do check out for the correct options. Second question of the day, Industrial Development Organization. It is a specialized agencies of United Nations to assist countries in economic and industrial development. The headquarters is at UN office in Washington, United States of America. So do check out for the correct option. This was all about for the discussion of daily news and editorial analysis, followed by the MCQ questions. If you have any other concern, you can reach out to us. We'll be more than happy to assist you. For time being, I'm signing off. Thank you so much for watching this video.